Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the second episode of the Last Down podcast with your boy Lopez.
And your boy Anguiano.
So we hope you enjoyed the first episode. It's a start, and so we hope that we can grow from it. And I just wanted to ask Anguiano, how are you today?
I'm all right, but it could have been better. I'm glad to be here now because obviously I was looking forward to this.
Right.
And how's your day so far?
It's just been there. I'm just going, taking it day by day. But hope, next week is a better week. But, we got a lot to cover today. We got several topics, especially the NFL honors. I want to start with that. Like, what do you feel about the NFL honors?
I feel like we can start with the MVP, Patrick Mahomes. As you can see here, I'm actually wearing his high school jersey because that's how dedicated of a fan I am to him.
Yep.
But I think, obviously, it was pretty clear that he was going to win it.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts did actually have a shot, but in my opinion, what Mahomes did, especially without Tyreek Hill,
right,
it was just impressive. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can agree with it.
I can agree. No, definitely. At first, I was a big Josh Allen truther, but honestly, halfway there, it kind of fell off. And so, Patrick Mahomes deserves it. It's his second one, and man, that guy's he's going up to GOAT status pretty soon.
No, I think he's already, regardless if he wins the Super Bowl or not, he's pretty much cemented himself as a Hall of Famer in just his fifth season.
No, dude, that's crazy. Hey, lucky number 5. Fifth season?
Fifth season, number 5, Mahomes.
He's
he's 15 now. He's not 5.
No, yeah. We'll see what happens this Sunday. Hopefully that, if he wins his second title, that would honestly cement for sure for me the Hall of Fame status.
No, yeah. I mean, to me, it's already there.
Mm-hmm.
He did it without Tyreek Hill, like I said, and his receivers are all right, but they're not like what Josh Allen has, what Jalen Hurts has,
right,
or other quarterbacks,
No, yeah. His talent is just, undeniable. His arm talent and all the tricks and stuff he does. He reminds me of,
That's actually why. It's like, bro, who's doing that? Who else is doing what Mahomes is doing? All these, like this with his opposite
the sidearm.
hand. The sidearm, the no looks.
Yeah, that man, he just made football flashy to me. He added everything.
He's really making it look like flashy, like you said. He's really just making it look like it's just like backyard.
Right, and a lot of people compare him to Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, but he's adding his own stuff, his own repertoire, in my opinion.
Own sauce, bro.
Yeah, he's in his own world. But here we go. Leading on to the next one was Offensive Player of the Year, Justin Jefferson.
I think that's fair. I do think that's not a bad pick. But, however, I do believe that Tyreek Hill could have also legitimately been the Offensive Player of the Year.
Right.
He had, 99 yards less than Jefferson. But if you think about it, he had Jalen Waddle there, who's pretty good. Mm-hmm. And Tua missed, 4 or 5 games. So he literally had, Skylar Thompson?
Yeah, Skylar Thompson.
Skylar Thompson for a few of those games. And I would personally say that's pretty impressive that he still got up to near 2K. I personally believe that if Tua started all those games, he would have had 2K, believe it or not. I do think he would have had that.
Definitely. No, yeah, Justin Jefferson is very deserving. And like you said, Tyreek Hill was close. But Justin Jefferson's been on a tear, man. Ever since he came into the league,
you see him with the as a Packers fan, you see him up close.
Yeah, and honestly, I got to put my respect into him, but I mean respect for him because man, that guy, he's just a beast, dude.
He's better than Devontae, your former receiver.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
I was in denial, but Justin Jefferson did deserve it, and who knows? We'll see what next season is in store for him. And so now into the defensive side. Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa, yeah. Honestly, I think he deserved it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that, Micah Parsons didn't get it because, personally, I believe foot fetishes are,
Right.
I mean, we actually had this here because I don't know.
It was just funny.
It was just funny to us. We literally said, fuck it, we'll just print it out.
Right.
Because he really said that on a
on
podcast.
air.
On air.
Yeah, having a player like that, saying that, it's hilarious, honestly. It adds a different dimension to him, literally. He's out here saying his, fetishes and stuff. It's crazy.
Bro, he's out here probably on Feet Finder after the game, bro. I'm not going to lie.
No, but in reality,
I'm not going to be surprised, bro.
No, yeah. But in reality, he didn't get no votes. Did you see that? I think he
bro,
didn't get any votes.
He slowed down in the end. I'm not too surprised, but... Nah, man. I mean, if he's on Feet Finder after the games, maybe that's the reason why.
No, yeah. But Nick Bosa, he's a beast. You can't deny it. He's a sack machine. Like,
It's
you know it as a Rams fan.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but Nick Bosa, very deserving. One of the best defensive players in the current NFL. And so, we'll see next year how he does against those Rams, right?
I don't want him to sack us, bro. Our O-line is horrible, though.
Yeah, you guys might improve. But so now we go on to the next award, which was Rookie Offensive of the Year.
Garrett Wilson, right?
Yes.
I actually do find that a little impressive, considering that he did get over 1K yards with Zach Midson, like.
He had Flacco.
Yeah, Flacco. I mean, Flacco was.
He was good a little.
All right.
He was mediocre.
White was actually decent, but no, it's still a little impressive.
Right.
I saw how he got. He carried the team sometimes. Literally, he carried the team sometimes in those games.
No, yeah, and honestly, Garrett Wilson, Ohio State product. That guy's a beast. He had a bunch of yards this year. We're racking them up and making star plays, and I think he's the answer. He's the truth in New Jersey.
Literally all they need is to not draft a Zach Wilson like quarterback again, and they will literally be on the way to at least being playoff contenders.
Right. And so moving on to the defensive side of the rookies. Sauce Gardner.
Bro, it's crazy to think about how the Jets literally had Sauce and Garrett Wilson just wipe out the rookies.
Yep.
Because at one point it was also a possibility of Ken Walker and Tariq Woolen. A possibility.
That's crazy.
It was crazy to think about how literally rookies for two teams specifically were just popping off more than other teams. I mean, of course, there was Damian Pierce and Chris Olave, but it was a little impressive.
No, yeah, and, the Jets actually being able to, produce talent. Who would have thought, their drafts have been horrendous.
2022, they drafted perfectly.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're saying that this is the best draft class. Like, at least Jets draft class in history. So, I mean, hey, there's light at the end of the tunnel, in my opinion, for the Jets.
And then who else? The coach of the year, right?
Yeah, coach of the year. Yes, coach of the year.
Brian Dable deserved it. I mean, I
100%.
also thought, like Theo Ash, I remember Theo Ash.
Yeah.
He said two wins. I actually kind of agreed with it because I'm like, you know what? They have nothing. Literally, Kenny Galladay's a bust, and he's still a bust, and they still managed to get 10 dubs.
And make it to playoffs.
And a playoff win.
Yep.
So,
I mean, they, like another one, like, they have a big light in the end of the tunnel for themselves. Like, that team is like...
They just need a receiver.
They need a receiver, yeah. And also refine a little bit Daniel Jones. Refine him a little bit, and there you go.
No, yeah. I think, however, though, they have to draft a receiver, though. I think they should probably go with something like Addison or something like that in the draft. Because that's realistically a spot that they can, And then, or maybe just get Lazard or Myers, but then again, they're not really ones.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, Lazard, he might not be the right one.
Because as a Packers fan, he's a...
No, but I think, drafting a wide receiver, developing him, and, getting him on the right track, they'll be good.
I actually think, what's his name? Isaiah Hodgins, he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I remember that Minnesota game, he was actually making some plays.
Right. And Hyatt from Tennessee, he's a sleeper for me. He's a good player.
No, he is. I mean, he was... 5 touchdowns, I think. 5. For sure, 4 at least. 5 touchdowns against Bama?
Can't deny that. You can't make that up.
I don't even understand how he's not being projected in the top 10. Yeah. I can see him falling out. I mean, not falling out of the top 10 because of that alone.
Right. No, that guy, I have a lot of high hope for him. And honestly, he's a sleeper. Sleeper in the draft, but also sleeper in the fantasy draft, honestly. I'm already calling out here. Early.
Hey, I don't know. I'm in Dynasty for sure. He would be pretty good.
But I wanted to go back to the offensive rookie of the year. Olave didn't get a finalist bid. What do you feel about that?
Oh, man, I'm actually surprised. He kind of deserved at least a little bit of votes.
Yeah.
I mean, he had Andy Dalton was throwing to him this season.
Right.
And Dalton's not the same anymore, so it's a little more impressive.
Yeah.
In that scope, but at the same time, it's
Yeah.
It's like I think Wilson just kind of started in the end, just really.
Yeah.
Just really start to.
He came back from that injury right mid-season. Was he injured, Garrett Wilson?
I don't think he was.
Or no, huh?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, he got over 1,000 yards. I know he played
Yeah.
for sure. If anything, he probably missed one game.
Well,
I don't remember off the top of my head, honestly.
Yeah. No, yeah, but I think Olave should have been a finalist, and this is where like.
And I know Olave missed a game or two for sure.
He did. This is where the recency bias goes into it because Purdy got a bid.
I hate to admit it as a Rams fan, but Purdy did deserve some recognition.
He did.
Because he was undefeated, bro. And then the the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Eagles, they injured him. So, I mean, who would have known? If he was not injured, who would have known?
Yeah.
Who would have won that game? Because the Niners, they were pretty good.
Yeah, they were a dangerous team, and no disrespect to Purdy, but I just feel like Olave did good overall the whole season, while Purdy, at the end of the season. But
to be fair, like Purdy was what, the second, third string?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
They considering that he had no expectations. Olave was expected to be instantly a productive receiver,
right? A starter, going into a team that didn't have an answer at wide receiver after Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas,
big disappointment. But Olave stepped up, and he got a bright future in him. I just feel like he should have been a finalist, at least a finalist. But
who was the finalist?
Finalist, I know Purdy
and Wilson, obviously.
Wilson, and then I can't remember the other.
But there was another person, and it wasn't Olave?
Yes.
I mean...
And they deserved it, but I can't remember off the bat.
The only other person I can kind of imagine being a finalist that you didn't mention is Ken Walker.
Uh-huh.
But outside of that, I don't know. I can't, off the top of my head.
I can't remember. But we'll have him right here so that you guys can see him. But I believe that I don't think Purdy deserved the bid over Olave.
I think ultimately the main takeaway I have is that I'm glad that someone who's probably on Feet Finder after the games did not win Defensive Player of the Year, bro.
No, but you can't. You just can't deny him.
Micah Parsons is a beast, though.
Yeah, no, definitely. That defense was very, very dangerous this whole season, and they fell off too bad. They fell off a cliff at the end.
The defense got beat pretty good.
Yeah, so part of the honors show is also the Hall of Fame selections. And so I have here them listed. I have Rondé Barber, Darrell Revis, Joe Thomas, Zach Thomas, DeMarcus Ware, Don Coryell, Chuck Howley, Joe Klecko, and Ken Riley. So congrats to them. Some of these I recognize right away, including Rondé Barber, Darrell Revis, Zach Thomas, Joe Thomas, and DeMarcus Ware. Those are names I can recognize, and you have a little bit of a short history with football and knowing about it, but do any of these names stand out to you?
I specifically just Ware and Revis, because I actually watched a little bit about them because I heard about Revis Island, and I saw a lot of NFL throwback clips of Ware. I do think obviously there's no debate there that pretty much all these guys deserved it. I mean, especially Revis. I heard I heard on podcasts in past receivers, like Brandon Marshall, Chad Ochocinco talk about how Revis was just different.
Yeah, he was different. He was locking down Calvin Johnson, Ochocinco, all those guys, and these guys are in the Hall of Fame, so he deserved it. It was sooner or later. Revis he was gonna be a first ballot.
No, Ochocinco's not in the Hall of Fame. He needs to be in the Hall of Fame, bro. But he's not mad. He's not mad because I remember he said he Hall of Famed himself when he wore that gold jacket, against I think it was the Ravens, but that gold jacket, silly.
No, yeah, definitely. But Revis stands out for me. Ware stands out for me. Joe Thomas. I don't know if you remember him, but Joe Thomas was the center for the Browns for a long time.
Yeah.
And he actually had the record for most consecutive games. He only missed 1 or 2 games.
Oh.
And that guy was a beast. No one could get through him. DeMarcus Ware, you had to get out of his way, honestly. It was the opposite. You had to get out of DeMarcus his way because he was getting to you, dude. That guy was a monster.
And you saw him as a Packers fan, huh? Up close, a little bit.
Not
a little
much. When he was on the Cowboys, a little bit, but when he was on the Broncos, I do recall a lot about him. He was just a monster, and then he won his first Super Bowl, and the guy, he deserved it.
With Peyton, right? Peyton.
Yes, with Peyton. That defense was good, honestly. That Broncos defense. So. Congrats to them. Barber, I remember him too, just a little bit. And just congrats to all the coaches and all that. And, Revis, that guy Revis Island, man. I remember watching him too, and I actually really liked him. I remember having a sticker on in my room
of him.
Yes.
What the heck, bro? What the heck?
I had a random sticker of the real Revis right there. And honestly, I mean, I was. It was funny to me because I was like, I don't like the Jets, but the real Revis was just chilling there in my cabinet. But he was honestly, I have a lot of respect for him, and like I said, I wasn't a fan, but I still, like I of the Jets. I wasn't a fan of the Jets, but I still.
Bro, you're just meat riding him, bro. You just can't stop talking about him like Revis Island.
Hey man, honestly, you can't deny his greatness.
I mean, how about Jair though? You don't act like this about Jair.
All right, man. There's a difference between all-time great and the guy that's doing good right now. I mean, when Jair wins as a Super Bowl or he leads the interception record, then maybe I'll put him in. But Darrell Revis is definitely one of the best.
When are you gonna get that Jair sticker? So never. Because y'all ain't winning anything, bro. Y'all ain't winning anything. Aaron Rodgers is leaving to the Raiders, like you said.
No, just no. But like I said, we got to put our flowers to those people that did good and deserved the NFL honors and deserved their Hall of Fame bids. But and going on to the next topic, which I believe is very important to our show, since this is like the main theme that we're gonna try to cover a lot, is regarding fantasy. So.
In detail, we're going to go into detail today
about
our fantasy football L's.
Yes, our L's are
most disappointing players, and why he can't win a ring.
No, we're going to go over our most disappointing players, our worst takes, and yeah, you want to get started? You want to name a player that ruined your season?
I mean, I won the league, but I guess a player that obviously made my season tough was Michael Thomas and Rashad Bateman, those two specifically.
Right.
I actually got Bateman through trade, but Michael Thomas, he was a pretty disappointing. Well, in our league, because I was in a couple other leagues. Oh man, I cannot.
You can't draft
stand. I cannot stand what I did. I traded Keenan Allen and Josh Jacobs when I was in the midst of it, bro. For Mike Williams and I forgot who the other one was.
I can't remember either.
It was for sure Mike Williams and Deebo Samuel. Mm-hmm. It was Deebo Samuel. Yeah, so Mike Williams and Deebo Samuel is who I got, and they got Keenan Allen and Josh Jacobs, bro.
Man,
that was like week 7, week 8.
Yeah.
Let's just say I went on a losing streak after that, and the opponent was literally my first opponent when I traded. So when I traded to him, I was facing him, and I lost by 1 point. And that was the game when Mike Williams got hurt, and Keenan Allen actually suited up. I think it was against the Chiefs specifically.
Chiefs?
Yeah, because Keenan Allen was already like 4 or 5 games missing, and it was not certain still.
Right.
And Mike Williams was healthy. Deebo Samuel was healthy. So I'm like, you know what? I needed to get him, bro.
Yeah.
And, so the reason why I did jump up the gun on receivers is because Russell Wilson, QB1. Daniel Jones, QB2. So I'm pretty sure you already know that was horrible.
Right. No, yeah.
And besides Keenan Allen, Cortland Sutton, and the rest of the guys, let's just say, were not as good as Cortland Sutton. So it was bad.
It was bad. That was a tough stretch for you, for sure.
And I did not make the playoffs in that league. That's the only league I did not make playoffs.
What was your final record? 6-6 or?
No, fuck no. It was it's like 6-9.
Oh man.
Or like 6-9.
That's bad. I mean, like you said, you won our league. He won our league, so obviously you're a winner. But you still have some like bad takes on the other ones.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs, Keenan Allen. That trade was the worst I've ever done.
That one was a killer, and I made a lot of fun of you. made fun of you so much, but you wouldn't have also known that he was gonna go off like those couple.
It was more like I hated the fact that Josh Jacobs was already kind of bald. I was like, I don't know, bro. The guy actually wanted running backs initially. I told him like, I'm tired of Keenan Allen, bro. Yeah. I need receivers. Yeah. Mike Williams, Deebo Samuel, two very good receivers. Give me that shit. and I hate it because that was the league where I lost $25 on a buy-in, bro.
Hey man, 25 isn't worse.
It's not the worst,
end
but
in the world, man. But for me, my worst, I would say, player that I had, and which I could say was also a bad take, was Russell Wilson. And my take was that Russell Wilson was going to be the best quarterback next season because he had Sutton, he had Judy, he had Williams. I was like, he's going to be balling. He's going to be balling. And that Daniel Hackett, who was our offensive coordinator, I was like, this guy is ready. This guy's going to be a big baller. And, well, it went to hell.
It went to hell.
Right away.
It went to hell, bro.
me and him, we suffered.
We suffered in those separate leagues where we had him, bro.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, it influenced me, bro.
Yeah.
To trade away. Because I'm like, well, I'm not going to get a quarterback. No one's going to just give me a quarterback like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. And
yeah. I'm actually mad just thinking about it, bro.
I was extremely pissed off when, the first couple games he was just struggling. And I was like, you know what? I was going like week by week. I was like, he's gonna do better. He's gonna do better. He's gonna do better. He's like, I'm coping, trying to defend him. And I'm like, Russell Wilson next week is gonna do good. He has a bad matchup. He has a
horrible, bro.
And it never got better, dude.
And then the Chiefs, I think, was week 17 championship week. You already dropped them by then. Yes, and by then I was already eliminated.
Yeah,
he went off.
He did, and that
he went off.
That I can't.
When it mattered the most, he actually went off. Mm-hmm. And by then people were like, "Are you out on him, bro?"
Yeah. He had like a big percentage of drops. I was like, yeah, it's not. There's no comeback. There's no way he was coming back. There was a rumor. Oh, he got benched by. He got benched, right?
No, he got hurt. I think it was more like he got hurt.
Oh, yeah, he did get hurt. Yeah, and Ripien came in that 1 week, and then the next week, Wilson came back. But no, yeah, that was my worst take I ever had, and the worst player I ever
Misery.
Had. Yep, misery. And
another guy that didn't affect us, but obviously was disappointing, was Kyle Pitts, bro.
Oh man, Kyle Pitts, that guy.
I'll say it was a mixture of like, bad play calling and kind of QB play. Yeah. I don't think it was all on him.
Yeah.
But I do know that he did drop a pass, here and there. It wasn't too uncommon for him to
right.
No, yeah, mess up a play.
It wasn't too uncommon, and honestly, I mean, we had high expectations for him because last season, his rookie season, he was balling. He showed promise. Like a lot of people had.
He only had 1 touchdown and 1 1,000 yards, bro.
I
mean, it was good and bad.
Yeah, it was good and bad, but it showed promise. Is what I try to say.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Is that a lot of people had promise in him, and then you upgraded from Matt Ryan.
I want to say it was an upgrade. It was not an upgrade. How's Mariota and Ryan?
Okay,
they're still, in my opinion, they're still in the same tier.
It's not an upgrade, but I would say that you're giving him a different scenery. You're giving him a more mobile quarterback in Mariota.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, in that sense, that Mariota is more mobile, and he could spread the ball a little bit more. Not crazy like Matt Flynn, but Matt Ryan, bro. Yeah, Matt Ryan, but
take out those shades. You don't deserve it, bro.
But I just felt like Kyle Pitts had a high ceiling, and it just collapsed. Honestly, it was crazy.
I think he can bounce back next year, but obviously, I don't have as high expectations because obviously that was pretty disappointing. Yeah, it was pretty disappointing.
I think it just depends on who they draft as a quarterback. If they draft someone, unless they go with Ritter.
Might go with Ritter. Yeah. They might go with Ritter. If I were them, I would just give Ritter the chance.
They're gonna have Mariota still, right, as a backup.
I don't know. I think he's a free agent. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but if he's a free agent, I'll just give it to Ritter. Like, just give him the shot already.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I say give Ritter the chance, and if there's a good quarterback at the 5th, 6th round, go for it. Get someone like.
Not Caleb Williams, bro.
Well, he's not eligible.
No, that's not.
He's not eligible. But I can't think. I can't think right now. But
you're exposing yourself, bro.
I am. But anyways, I believe that they should draft like a quarterback in
late rounds. Yeah.
Late rounds, see who's there, and then go from there. But give Ritter the chance, and Pitts, he just got to revamp himself. Just gotta get a little faster and get his catching skills to a higher level, and he'll be good.
Yeah, no, I agree. You exposed yourself, bro.
I know I did. I don't know
You
that.
said, "Oh, I college football." But
Yeah, I
maybe something like DTR, okay, for fifth, sixth round.
Okay, there you go. That's who I was thinking about.
Yeah,
Honestly,
stop lying to yourself.
No, but DTR is. I think he would be an ideal fit. Honestly, if they were run,
I mean, because they are run first. They are run first.
Yeah, if they are run first, then
Yeah, he does make sense.
Give the DTR. Give the DTR.
See, I know.
Yeah, you know. You see, I'm supposed to be the college football guy, but
No, I am, bro.
But now you are. Yeah, I guess you are. No, yeah, but the Falcons give Ritter the chance. Let him run the ball. Let him throw the ball, and if DTR is there, grab him. Why not?
Yeah, no, I just believe that Ritter should get the keys, and then maybe just something like DTR.
Yeah.
DTR would be pretty reasonable.
No, I agree too. Another bad player that I had that I'm very disappointed in was
Mark Andrews, maybe.
Mark Andrews. You're right, Mark Andrews. that guy.
Nah, yeah,
that was a big fall off from the first year. Not the first year, but the last year. But you can't blame it on him. Also,
you can't blame it fully.
Yeah, you can't fully blame it on him. But I just believe that for the high pick that I got him from.
What round? Second, third?
It
was second and third, right?
In the second round, I think. Yeah, I got him in the second.
No,
round.
you got Diggs.
Oh, you're right.
Diggs. He got Diggs,
and then I got
Andrews third.
Like back to back.
Yeah, third round
right away. Yeah. And I thought, if I get a tight end right away, like this will be the best move and stuff like that. And honestly, the first like 6-7 weeks, the guy was unstoppable.
Because of Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar was just balling with him like always. Tight end 2, competing right next to Kelsey, and yeah, I mean I was like enjoying it because I'm like.
And then Hawkinson just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Hawkinson and
Kittle's always kind of been there forever.
Yeah,
so.
No, yeah, and then Lamar got hurt, and that's when everything changed. Quarterback change. He got hurt, and yeah, it was pretty much.
Yeah, no. And then now that we're talking about a third round pick, my third round pick was worse than yours because it was Javonte Williams. And
man,
it was worse because of injury, simply because.
Yeah, you can't blame it on.
I can't blame it on like him. I can just he just got hurt, but
yeah.
And then, it's just tough, bro.
I mean, and then like the promising things he was doing last season, like. You had to pull the trigger. Everyone was trying to pull the trigger like right away.
It's funny how so I remember I got Eckler, CD, and Javonte, and then you and Nathan actually knew I was kind of doing that even though I didn't say it.
Yeah.
So obviously my first round was hit.
I knew you were gonna go Javonte because you were super high on him, but I didn't think that soon.
I mean. First 2 games, I mean, it was too early to tell, actually, so I can't really say too much. But the first game, he was getting a lot of points because he was being used a lot. I know that.
Right. And you would always post on your TikTok, like, your mock drafts, and I would always see Javonte there. Like, he was always constantly there. And that reminds me, remember to follow us on TikTok, on our other social media platforms. But go ahead, like, why were you, like, putting all these mock drafts there, honestly?
I don't know. I just
let me rephrase that. Knowing that we're in it, like we know we're in your league, like
I just wanted to give a general advice.
Yeah.
And just kind of show what I think.
Yeah.
Should have like in terms of format, in terms of pretty much analyzing format standard.
Yeah.
2 QB, just try to show where I think people should have been drafted.
Right.
And obviously some things were off because we had, specifically the Denver Broncos.
Oh, man.
Just dud for pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
And especially Russell Midson and Cortland Sutton, bro.
Yeah, they fell off a cliff, honestly. And like I said, I was really high on Russell Wilson. And it is what it is now. I mean, you can't really do anything about it. But, another thing that it reminds me of is just, being smart and, going for because honestly, I didn't go for a top quarterback because, like you said, we play in a 2 QB league, and I chose.
It's all about strat, though.
Yeah, you see, this is where I learned from you, because I didn't know that you were supposed to go for 2 quarterbacks. I didn't know you were supposed to go for the stack. I didn't know you were supposed to go, wide receiver heavy. So
see, yeah, so he's naming some good stuff, stacks.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I got Herbert and Williams. Right. Well, I mean, in reality, they were all right, but I mean, it was actually Eckler too. Eckler too, yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like, wait, I'm forgetting someone. Eckler. I remember that one league where I had all those 3. Mm-hmm. It was not as good as I thought, but Eckler was actually the only one that performed to what I expected.
Yeah, and that's why I learned from you when I started seeing the patterns when you were sending us mock drafts. I was like, I kind of see it now. Like, it's smart.
I hate the fact though that I did want to get Jalen Hurts,
right,
and I didn't because I thought I was so high on Herbert preseason, bro.
Yeah,
I expected him to be MVP. Literally, my preseason prediction was Herbert having MVP, and we'll show it right here, right now. Mm-hmm. Like Herbert MVP, and I actually had the Foot Finder as the defensive player of the year, bro.
No, yeah,
so I had higher expectations, and I thought him and Mike Williams were just gonna go off.
Yeah,
and they had some games. They did.
They
really did deliver on some of these games, but it was still not to my personal expectations, my personal hope. But no, they were pretty good. Well, Herbert, believe it or not, he was not as good as I thought he was going to be still because,
But he got injured. So.
He was hurt, yeah.
He was hurt. He was playing hurt, so, again, it's the injury bug. You don't know when your player's going to get injured, and once they don't come back the same after
that's the toughest part of fantasy, the injuries, bro.
Yeah, which, I got to, be careful with next season, be smarter, and that's why we're going to cover a lot more, I think injuries is a vital part of it. Cover like histories and
But you can't predict injuries. That's the tough part. Bro.
That you can't predict, but you can always when a player's injury prone. It's like that's another factor that you need to watch for.
That's why I didn't take CMC first round. I took Eckler with the second pick. And, believe it or not, CMC still delivered. Both of them delivered. If I would have gone CMC or Eckler, I would have still been in a very good spot.
I agree.
And so, just it's important to still get a running back pretty early. Even though they get hurt, it's still pretty important because that's the weakest position. And in the first 2 rounds, most of the time, except this year, because some people did it for sure in the first 2 rounds. Yeah. Most of the time, running backs are going to perform, bro. Yeah. But it's starting to become a trend that receivers are starting to go earlier and earlier and earlier because all the young receivers, man, they're just getting ridiculous.
Yeah, they're every year we see a new receiver, step up. Like this year we had Garrett Wilson
and Olave.
Yeah, and so next season it might be Addison, it might be Hyatt, it might be
Smith and the Jigba.
Exactly. These are players that are coming in like developed already. They're ready to ball out.
It's crazy to think about that specifically because, I don't know, it's just really receivers are just starting to show up, bro.
Yep. And so that's something that I wanted to ask you is that do you think Ohio State is wide receiver U?
Yes. As much as I'm not an Ohio State fan, I mean, it's in the pudding. Right now, bro, like both Wilson and Olave just, coming up. Scary Terry. Michael Thomas. Can't really think about the other guys right now off the top of my head. I know Curtis Samuel went to Ohio State, but he's not the best. Yeah. I can't remember. Honestly, I can't remember everyone off the top of my head, but they have definitely produced some pretty good receivers.
Right, and we'll see if McJibba will be the best. The next one.
Maybe.
So now we want to follow up on fantasy, and we want to say or give our top 5, our way too early top 5.
Top 5? Well, I mean, it depends on format. To me, let's say it's a 1 QB, PPR, regular. I think, because I was actually really reflecting on this. Yeah. I mean, I did not make this judgment lightly, but going over time, I'm really starting to really think about it. Yeah. Kelsey should go number 1 overall. As crazy as that sounds, a tight end should go number 1 overall because the gap between him and the other tight ends it's just a little crazy. It is,
and Mark Andrews' injury, like it really separated everyone literally.
Yeah.
From Kelsey.
If he's not number one, he needs to be a top 5 pick. It's undeniable at this point. But number one, Kelsey in that format. Number 2 could be Eckler or CMC.
Right.
I wouldn't be against either of that. Number 3, at that point, it could still be one of those 2 running backs or even Jefferson. I think Jefferson needs to still be a top 5 pick. And then after that, for sure, top 4 need to be those 4 names. Yeah. CMC, Eckler, Kelsey, and Jefferson. And then 5th could be Josh Jacobs. I think it's more because of recency stuff.
Yeah, recency.
You can't deny the fact that he was the best running back, and he still deserves the top 5 pick right now.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Just depends if he stays with the Raiders or not. But if he stays with the Raiders, he's going to eat. I think
he's still going to eat. Yeah, he's still going to eat. And then 2QB league. 2QB league, I personally believe, since it's all QBs. Yeah. Obviously, Mahomes and Hurts, top 2 picks. I think Allen's definitely solid for 3. And then I think 4th and 5th, that's where it can be a little bit more variable. I think Lamar should be in the top 5.
100%.
Because of his running ability. And Herbert? I don't know anymore.
Not Herbert.
Burrow could be like 4th, 5th. With Jackson right there.
Yeah, I honestly believe, Burrow's a good choice there. I do think that my top 5 is very similar to yours. I would say maybe just one exception.
Who?
Derrick Henry. Honestly, Derrick Henry showed up this season.
I mean, he kind of showed up. But I don't know. I don't love him as a top 5 pick.
Well,
he's getting older.
Yeah, he's getting older, but he showed up for a devastating injury he took last season. So I think he's still valued at that top 5.
I definitely say he's top 10, but to me, he's just top. He's not top 5.
Yeah, no, yeah. But I would say number 1 is CMC. Number 2 is
Kelsey or what? Eckler?
This is going to be crazy, but I'm going Justin Jefferson. I honestly believe Justin Jefferson is the number 2 pick. He's more valuable than Kelsey, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, in terms of points, but if you think about the positions, because that's another thing, you have to think about the positions.
The depth.
You can get a bunch of good receivers.
Yeah.
You don't need Jefferson.
That's true.
Running back is a weaker position in terms of production.
Yeah.
But the weakest one is tight end.
That is true. So
I mean, that's why I'm saying Kelsey could be number 1.
And that's where I throw in Kelsey at number 3. Because I agree with your point. Number 3, Kelsey, the best tight end. Undeniably, you're not going to get any better production than him with Mahomes. With Mahomes having no, major targets other than Kelsey, I think Kelsey's the best pick there, and he counts as a receiver. So there you go.
And who's your 4th and 5th?
So 4th, I would go Eckler. Because Eckler's a baller on both sides, passing and running. So, and I learned the hard way from your team.
You mean receptions? But yeah,
as a receiver, I mean, I learned the hard way against you. Those last 2 games, the 2 games I had against you. But
he was balling.
He was. I really thought he was gonna fall off. Just I don't know. I was just out of anger or spite. I was like, he's gonna fall off.
Because I was high on him.
Yeah, yeah, probably that. But I believe, Eckler, you can't deny him top 5. And number 5, I'm gonna go with Derrick Henry. Yeah.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs isn't a bad choice in the top 5, but I lean towards Derrick Henry a bit.
I lean towards Josh Jacobs. I mean, recency bias is obviously in full effect.
Yeah. But it's just a lot of questions going, forward with next season. We don't know if he's going to leave.
Yeah. This is way too early. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's way too early. These are the way too early predictions. Do not follow us. Do not follow us
until I would say if we were saying these predictions in August after all these things happened, and I would say take it more serious. But this is how we feel right now.
Yeah, this is the way too early picks, and it could change. We'll see. We'll talk about it. We'll have maybe another one coming up. Maybe once spring training happens, draft. We'll have a way too early top 5 again.
You mean draft? Just draft?
I mean,
bro, you're messing up, bro. But
come on.
No, spring training is baseball. Bro,
oh, right. Once OTA and summer camp start, then we'll talk about that.
You need to have the clown face on you.
Come on, man. I'm just stumbling a little bit, but it's a little chilly out here.
No, it's not that chilly, bro.
Come on. Anyways,
we're in Southern California. So,
anyways, fantasy football will always be a main focus of this channel. We'll have our stats. We'll have in-depth analysis of the best picks that you should select. And you got anything else you want to say to them?
Yeah, I mean, just, we'll just keep up with the news, obviously. We'll be basing our predictions kind of the news and what happens. And I just can't wait for everything, the season to wrap up. And then we can really just see how free agency goes. And, considering that the Super Bowl is just a couple days away.
Yep.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do on Super Bowl Sunday?
Super Bowl Sunday, I'm going to be out with family friends, hang out with them, and just enjoy it. See, if we bet on it. I kind of want to bet on it, low-key. I don't know if you guys are into that, but I want to bet.
What are you going to bet?
We'll see. Obviously monetary, but I think I'm going to bet my money on the Eagles. How much? I don't know.
Like, you're going to put it on a money line? Or you like
No. In between all of us, like the family, friends, family. Yeah, we're gonna have like a pot. See who if split it or whatever. We'll see. I'll ask someone. Hey, let's bet like 200. I doubt.
Nah. 200. I don't know about that guy.
Hey man. If he wants to do it, I'm down, dude. I'm down to bet. A 200.
How about let's bet right now? I'm just playing.
Come on, man.
I'm not betting.
We don't endorse betting. No gambling. We don't endorse it, please. If you're a minor, do not bet.
Do
not bet. Don't be
like
us.
Don't bet.
Don't bet, please. But what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna be at home, watch it with my family. That's pretty much it. Literally, we're just probably gonna buy some pizza, eat that.
That's fine. Yeah, that's
just chill. Literally, just chill and watch it. That's all we're planning to do.
That's a staple. And honestly, like, you can't beat that. Being with family, you can't beat, just hanging out, chilling, eating food. But hope you guys, enjoy it as well. Find a good way to a bar or, your backyard or, Cookout, yeah. I mean, Super Bowl Sundays are the best. And
yep. I can't wait for it, bro. So when we have the results, I already know we're going to be talking about that. Like,
we're going to analyze like almost everything, including the halftime show. We're gonna analyze everything about it.
I'm actually not gonna watch it, bro. It's Rihanna. I don't really care.
Come on, man. You can't.
I'll watch it probably, but it's just I'm not really gonna care. I don't listen to her like that.
All right. Well, everything else we'll talk about. Make sure that we cover that MVP, the highest performers, the disappointments, the injuries if there's any. Hopefully not, but we'll cover everything. Make sure that you guys get the full picture of it.
Yeah, if you guys want our predictions, just go back to episode 1. We made them there.
Yeah.
And I think this just pretty much wraps up the whole thing. Mm-hmm. I feel like,
Yeah, we covered a lot today. The NFL honors, the awards that came out of it, and then...
Micah Parson's
foot fetish right here. We got the foot fetish man right here. But,
hey, man, he can pay me, bro. On Fee Finder.
That's it for today. Hope you guys watch. Hope you guys enjoy it and watch it fully. And yeah, peace out.